What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one. Today we're getting into an unboxing of the Veteran LYNX. Let's check this thing out. Now this is one of the highest quality electric unicycles out right now. I really admire Leopardkim or Veteran, whatever you want to call it. I really admire this company, and their products are really good. This one's going to be just a top-notch machine, something I really like, something that I'm really just looking for the next wheel that's a performance type wheel that I can get really good on for the road riding, for off-road riding, for everything in between. This one I think has a street tire on it, so we're about to see, which I think is going to be tubeless, I heard. But so maybe this will be my like street riding machine that really gets me dialed in on my street riding. All right, it came very well packaged. Everything is super nice. Nothing was dented, nothing was messed up. Sometimes I get these boxes and they'll be, you know, kind of messed up from shipping, but this one's really in good condition. So I want to bring y'all in to see what you see from the top down when you unbox it. So this is what you see when you initially unbox it. Like I said, very high quality stuff. You can just see right now with this look in there. I mean, this thing is nice, man. So let's get it out of the box so I can show you up close what it all looks like. So oh, sick, dude. No way. So it does, this thing has the street tire on it. So supposedly this thing is tubeless tire, which this is gonna be wild with electric unicycles being tubeless now. So one good thing about a tubeless tire, guys, is you have the ability to carry a plug kit with you. So, you know, just like in a car or on a motorcycle that has tubeless tires, that's why a lot of people like tubeless motorcycle tires, is because you can just carry a plug kit and then you don't have to get in there and get to the tube and change the tube out, which for like adventure motorcycle riding, that's a game changer. Like if you're on the side of a trail, it's much easier to just plug a tire that's tubeless and, you know, and reinflate it and get going again, as opposed to taking the whole wheel off and getting in there to the inner tube. So, but wow, man, this thing looks so high quality, dude. Let me see what Jason said in the email about the tube sealant real quick, just to let you guys know. And the power pads are coming separately, so I don't have the power pads in yet. They sent this out early, and the power pads should be here tomorrow for the side of this thing. So those are coming in. Good to go. It looks great, man. I love the look of the street tire. And I haven't had a good wheel with a street tire on it in a while, man. This is awesome. It's lightweight, too. It is very lightweight. For such a big wheel, it's so lightweight. Like, they got all these components down. The actual weight of every component is so much lighter. Holy cow. Dude, that's so light. This is the perfect size wheel right here. Wow. Let's turn it on. Oh, is it in sleep mode or something? All right, guys, so when you get this thing, it just like it feels so good, man. Like the size of it, the weight, dude, like it feels perfect. You're gonna press the power button, and it's not gonna like balance or come on immediately. It's just gonna say sleep mode on the top. So what you actually have to do is plug it into the charger, and that'll take it out of the like transport mode that it's in. So if it's not turning on when you immediately get it, don't panic and don't like keep pressing buttons on here or anything. Just plug it in and it should unlock it. So let's do that real quick. And that's just a safety feature, so the thing doesn't turn on in the box and go tearing through the FedEx truck. Let's see, look at that. Right there, 151.2 volts. Holy cow. The wheel looks, I mean, with this wheel, guys, you seriously have to feel it in your hand and just like pick it up and like just, I mean, dude, it's so lightweight. It seems completely wrong for an electric unicycle of this size with 2,700 watt hours to feel this lightweight. I mean, that's really wild. That's crazy, dude. This thing is going to shred. Like, dude, this is nice. This thing is nice. I really like it. Like, it's nice, dude. The thing is sweet, bro. I cannot believe how far electric unicycles have come over the years. It's crazy. Mind blowing. Plug this thing in. Yeah. Where is the port? All right, so you got 2 charging ports in the very back of this thing right here. Bring y'all in to see this. All right, so right here in the back, guys, you got this nice flap, and then 2 charging ports. So you can charge this twice as fast. If you have 2 chargers, you can actually plug both of them in at the same time and charge it faster. But for right now, I'm just gonna plug in this 1 charger so we can unlock this thing. It starts charging. I bet that thing will charge pretty fast. It's 2,700 watt hours. That charger's 5 amps. I think it, how many? Yeah, it's a 5 amp charger. I mean, it's not gonna charge it really fast, but it's not gonna charge it slow either, guys. And that kickstand's nice, man. I'm loving this wheel, dude. I've been wanting a Leprechaun wheel, dude. I wanted the patent when it came out. I wanted the Sherman S. Now I finally got a Leprechaun wheel, man. This thing is awesome. Wow, that thing is sweet, dude. It feels really high quality, dude. Like, the quality of this is right there with the quality. Like, it feels like the quality of the V13, but everything on it is a lot lighter weight. It still feels extremely high quality with being way lighter weight, if that makes sense. And that's hard to do. I mean, it's really hard to get that right with a lot of things out there. And the whole deal with this wheel is component by component, they really strive to make every single component way lighter weight, while maintaining the integrity of it, the quality, the durability. So they nailed it with this thing, man. Like, I cannot wait to ride this wheel. All right, let's unplug it real quick and it should start up. All right. Oh, it does. It feels so high quality, and it feels like, it feels right, dude. This thing feels right. All right, let's see, turn it on. Oh, there it goes. Boom, that easy. So all you gotta do is just put it on the charger for a second, and it takes it right out of that sleep mode, and you're good to go. Let's see that headlight. Holy moly, dude. This headlight is nice, guys. This looks like something you'd buy for like an overlanding rig for a truck. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like a really high quality, like Rigid Industries style light on here. I mean, it looks higher quality than some of the Rigid Industries stuff I've seen. This is very nice. That is really, really cool. Wow. Holy moly, dude. This wheel is sweet, dude. All right, so all tubeless tire now. Wow. And look at this, guys. This is unique. Look at this new Schrader valve on here. I've never seen one like this on any EUC. Usually, you just got like the Schrader valve, which is like a bent bike valve. But look at this. That's an actual 90-degree valve built into the rim right there. And because it is tubeless. I've never seen, that's completely new. Tubeless tires on EUCs, man. But look at how quality this machine looks. Look at this. Just look at how everything on this, man. It looks so good. That fast A suspension. Look at this, the way it was I mean, no wiggling in it. Just completely perfect out of the box. Look at that, man. Those are nice. I should run in this. I'm gonna run in the M10. The M10-4 is tubeless. The M10-4, the little tiny wheel, that's a tubeless tire, and I run a little bit higher in that just because I want to be able to keep it on the bead if I'm hitting something abruptly or anything like that. But with this one, I think it should be fine. I mean, should be able to run normal PSI. I'm gonna try 30 in it and see if that 30 PSI and see if that's good. Dude, this thing is so lightweight, bro. Like, it is so lightweight for a 2700 watt hour wheel, 150 volts. Bro, that's crazy. That's pretty rad. All right. Honestly, I'm going to be completely real with y'all. The weight of this thing, the build quality, the size, the way it feels, everything, without riding it yet, I can already tell you guys, this right here is going to be one of my favorite electric unicycles ever. I mean, it really will be. The quality on this thing is just exceptional, man. And what they did on this, and I was sent several diagrams and you know, pictures showing each component and the weight of each component on this and how much lower weight the motor is. And simple things like the metal part up here that the control board connects to, even that has been designed to where it's a lot lower weight than like the Patton and the Sherman S. And they looked at every single part they could on this, and without, you know, taking away from the durability, from the integrity of the build of it, they figured out how they could, you know, cut weight back by making the piece thinner, by shaving away some weight in the motor, whatever it may be, but they didn't sacrifice, you know, durability or build quality by doing so. And so this is a true performance wheel right here. Just the way, like, look at this, the way you can handle this thing, guys. I'm telling you, for a wheel of this size, like, the weight, you can just tell. I mean, the weight is right, guys. You could pick it up if you need. I mean, it's super lightweight, guys. Like, I mean, it's hard to see that in a video, but I mean, really, dude, like, this is, it feels nice. So look at this, man. Look at this headlight. It's all metal, man. That's all high quality metal on that. Instead of having any fans in this, you just got a nice metal heat sink up there, so less stuff to kind of break. This suspension, I mean, this is the best you can get when it comes to EUC suspension right now. I really think so. Like, this is the way to go. Super, super nice. Like, look at that. Fold right down, click up like that. And then the reason it doesn't have power pads, guys, is because they're on the way. The power pads are coming for it. Power pads, or you can, so I really like this, man. So you can, this being fixed on there like that, you can really, really get your toe under that and just lift off when it comes to jumps or getting over curbs or anything like that. Really a solid point of contact for unweighting and jumping up and getting this thing up in the air when you need to. It is super high quality plastic on this. I mean, this is metal part right here. This is super high quality plastic to keep that weight down. The sides on this thing are solid magnesium, I think. Like, the solid metal sides on this, covering up the whole battery casing on this. It looks simple to work on, honestly. For a sealed up wheel like this, I mean, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to remove up here. You know, this is where you get to your adjustments, man. I'm telling you, dude, this wheel is quality, man. Kind of the same. So this is like the third. They've done the Patton now, the Sherman S. Now they have this, and they've kind of stuck with the same design. So, you know, they've got it right. You know, it's going to be a tried and true suspension design, and they've got this right. Here's your owner's manual right here. This is and it's a nice little owner's manual it comes with. This is one of the nicer owner manuals that's come with a electric unicycle. It's pretty helpful. One thing about this wheel is there's a lot of different settings you can set, or obviously there's a lot of settings you can set on this wheel, and you can it has a lot of safety feature type stuff on this, and a lot of more functions and a lot of stuff you can really dial in and get this wheel exactly how you want it. One thing you can do is You know how on other wheels you got a soft and a medium and a hard mode, and that's like kind of the responsiveness of the wheel. Like with soft mode, you got kind of a little bit of a dip in there, you got a little bit of play in it, and the responsiveness of it. The hard mode is like it's kind of hard to explain the difference in hard and soft mode, so you need to play around with it a little bit. But this is, you can set it on this one as a percentage. So you see in here on the book, it's not just a soft, a medium, or hard mode. You can set it as a percentage in which you actually prefer. So that's really cool. Another thing you can do is you can set your volume of your beeps on here. So you can do that as well. You can set your, so how loud this thing's gonna beep at you whenever you do hit this top speed you set. This is really cool. I like this. There's a low battery mode. An alarm will sound when the voltage is below 117 volts and tilt back when voltage is below 113.4 volts. So if you're a person out there that, you know, that would have saved me in this scenario like I had with the extreme cutout. So stuff like that is nice. And then you got a high speed mode as well. So the next page shows you how to set up your high speed mode, or just put it in high speed mode. And it says, long press OK button, release it until display is showing high S, pressing OK to switch on and off mode. Maximum free spin is 105 kilometers an hour. And then when you got the high speed mode on, maximum free spin speed of 125 kilometers per hour. We'll see how fast you can actually go in high speed mode, man. I want to really kind of investigate what other riders are getting on this when it comes to a top speed, and I kind of want to be safe with it, guys, because I really trusted the V13 for high speed riding, mainly due to the fact that it was really just built for that. And I knew what gave me a lot of peace of mind on the V13 is the fact that you could actually unlock it to go even faster. And so what the top speed allowed for a lot of riders out there wasn't even technically the top speed it could go. So that's why I would just send it on the V13. I would, and I still do, I really ride that wheel much faster than any of my other electric unicycles. And I feel safe doing so because I know that it has a threshold there. I mean, that thing can go 60 miles an hour easily, but I only ever go about 54 on it. And 54 on an EUC, dude, is hauling ass. I mean, it really is hauling ass. And it's gonna feel even faster. So the smaller the wheel is, the faster it feels like you're going. And that's why I like wheels like the M10-4 are so much fun. I mean, going 25 miles per hour on the M10-4, dude, it's a thrill. You know, it feels like you're flying, like legit flying on such a small wheel. But this, I think, would truly be a 55 mile per hour wheel. You can ride at 55 miles, 55, 56 miles per hour or so. It's not going to be too heavy, and this thing is just going to be wild, man. I really think this is going to take my street riding to the next level and make me really like street riding more. Most all my electric unicycles have knobby tires on it, or like a hybrid, a dual sport off-road, on-road type tire. And most people out there with EUCs have that. So for them to go this way, where all of them are going to be tubeless tires, and I don't know if they're all going to be tubeless street tires. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but I like it. I like the way it looks, and I'm excited about getting some street riding in, man. I really am, because I've done off-road for so many years, and I really enjoy it. But I would love to get back into street riding, and I'm going to have to with this. I mean, this tire, there's a little bit of tread to it. You can definitely off-road this a little bit, but with that nice curvature on this thing, man, this thing's gonna be able to corner so good. I can already tell you, it's gonna be a beast. Man, I'm thrilled with this thing. The quality is so nice, dude. Like, God, I love how much these things improve over every time I get them, dude. They're just sweet, dude. Look at this. And this thing is, I'm telling you, bro, it feels disproportionately lightweight. Man. I'm telling you what, this thing looks so nice, man. And then look at this too. So your motor cable, and so this cable right here is your connection point. This has, on any EUC, you got to have this wire that goes to the motor down here. And this right here, you know, with it being suspension, this wire is going to move up and down. That's how it is on all electric unicycles that have suspension. And this one's nicely covered in like a metal spring right here, and it feels super high quality. I mean, you see it's like that on any suspension wheel, and this is the extreme right here. That, you know, that's quality. I mean, that's not bad, but just little details like that, just, I mean, I notice them. Everybody notices them. You know, that's nice right there. I really am impressed with this thing, man. I really am. Just the ergonomics and everything. Like, look at how nice the kickstand just works, dude. Like, it just, look at that. You know, like, just simple, nice, the way EUC should be in 2023. Oh, the trolley handle is nice too. Look at that. Very easy to use trolley handle. Does not feel cheap. Well, on the back like that, it is kind of hard. You get a little bit of getting used to. Having the trolley handle in the middle is ideal because it's just a better, you know, better center point. But on the back, getting bad. Feels high quality. It's not too high either to where, you know, it's something to break off. It goes down nice there. You see it's kind of leaning back a little bit. You can set that up. You can set how much you want your wheel to tilt forward and how much you want it to tilt back. That's called your calibration. Some people don't know about that. You know, a lot of the older riders know about it. You've been able to do that on all wheels. Now it's a lot easier way to do it. You can just go into the settings and change it, and you know, you can have it more tilted forward, you can have it level or tilted back as a base. It's just rider preference. I've always been a rider that likes it kind of tilted back like this. I'll angle it a little bit more forward. It's kind of riding with a little bit too of an aggressive tilted back angle like that for me right now. But I do like a little bit of a tilt back angle like this. So in the case of a cutout, in theory, if you're not, you know, all the way over the machine, in the case of a cutout, I would rather the wheel go out in front of me than behind me. And I know in that extreme cutout I had, the wheel, I fell in front of it and the wheel hit me in the back and then, you know, ran me over essentially, which isn't ideal. I mean, there's a lot that could go wrong with that. You know, that thing really could have injured me bad. So, and I don't know if there's any truth to this or, you know, if it would work, but in my mind, it's always been, if the wheel's tilted back a little bit like this, if it cuts out or I crash or anything like that, the wheel has more of a chance to go in front of me, and then I'll just fall down and the wheel will skip out in front of me. But I don't know if there's any validation to that or whatnot, but that's just been my theory on that. But you can change it, and I suggest you do that. There's riders that like them more, that like to be kind of angled forward a little bit, and there's some fast riders out there, dude, that, I mean, I've gotten on one of the racers' wheels back at the first Apple Valley race, and he had like an aggressive, like tilted forward angle for some reason, and I tried it out, and like for one lap I was like, this is awful, but then I kind of got used to it, and I was like, dude, it kind of makes sense for like more aggressive, like you know, getting on the gas out of the corners hard. It was easier to get your weight where it needed to be to get this thing to accelerate harder. So you can play around with that. It's all preference, and just change it up in the settings. So this is my other Leopard Chem wheel right here. Y'all have probably seen this. This is the original Sherman right here. And man, like, this was see, mine still cuts on and is working great. And I've had this wheel for a very long time. And this is, I mean, it's a top quality product, man. Like, this is still one of my favorite wheels, the original Sherman right here. And now you can just see the original Sherman's about the same size as the LYNX. They got the OG Sherman and the LYNX right here. So that's a side-by-side comparison of both of them on. So the original Sherman right here, and then the veteran LYNX. One thing I want you to look at though is how much higher up these pedals are. Kind of hard to get to it. So you can see how much higher the pedals are on the LYNX than the original Sherman. And that's just a huge advantage for off-roading, guys. Like with a wheel like this, you have to be so careful when you're riding off-road not to hit like any rocks or come up on any ruts or anything like that, because those pedals will clip. With these wheels that are getting these, you know, these pedals up higher and higher, and now you can even buy kits, like E-Rides is selling kits for the B-Goat Extreme where you can get those pedals up even higher if you want to. So the big benefit of that is for off-roading, man, is just you want your pedals high for off-roading. It lets you be able to corner tighter, and it keeps them above obstacles. So one thing that mountain bikers have a huge advantage on off-road trails over EUCs, because when you're going through a rocky section, you can take your pedals and put them up parallel. You know, you can put your pedals up to where they're high off the ground on a mountain bike. With the EUC, your pedals are always low, and they can always strike rocks and hit stuff. So the higher up, the better. The one downfall of that, guys, is the higher your pedals are, the harder it is to learn, because your center of gravity is higher. So it's just going to be harder to learn on an electric unicycle that has higher pedals. Your center of gravity is just, it's way higher. With a smaller EUC like the M10-4, or even an EUC like this where your pedals are lower, it makes it way easier to learn because your center of gravity is in the right place, and it's not nearly as awkward. Is it a deal sealer, and can you learn on a wheel like the LYNX with higher pedals? Of course, but it will take a little bit more effort and a little bit more time to do so. Just to let y'all know. But these, man, these are two beastly machines right here. That's awesome, dude. Turn on the lights of these things. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, quality wheels right here. But big difference, man. Big difference in the pedal heights and how far they've come, man. I can tell you, I would feel much better on the LYNX off-roading this thing or doing any type of hard riding. Having suspension is a thing that I personally want on all my electric unicycles now. I want a higher pedal height, you know, and 150 volts. And being lightweight like this is sweet, man. But the OG Sherman was ahead of its time, I will say that. This is an outstanding machine. If you want to pick up the veteran LYNX, guys, this wheel is available from eWheels. And the price on this wheel is $4,199. And you know, it's not a cheap wheel because everything on this wheel is meant to be high quality, high performance, top of the line. Like this is the top of the line when it comes to electric unicycles. And you know, I'm going to be doing some testing on it, but I can tell you already, guys, just from the unboxing, I'm super impressed with this thing. There's nothing on this wheel that's off-putting to me. Everything on it is just, you know, I'm super impressed with this thing, getting it out of the box. So you put a $500 deposit down if you want to pre-order this wheel, and then you'll pay the remaining $3,699 whenever they arrive at port, and then they'll get it shipped out to you. The first shipments of these things should be available by the end of December. Pre-order customers will receive a set of premium power pads and a seat, which is a $210 value on this. The motor in this wheel, guys, is 3,200 watts with an 8 kilowatt peak on it. A very high torque motor. With the first no load spin rate of 125 kilometers per hour. All right, so the weight on this wheel, guys, is the biggest factor in why this is a high performance, you know, kind of an expensive wheel. They use magnesium alloy on this thing, and they were able to keep it at 88 pounds while having a bigger tire on this thing, bigger than the veteran patent, and also an extra 500 watt hours of battery capacity. So this thing is only 88 pounds, guys, and it is, you know, a bigger tire than the patent. and it will go much faster. All right, so the batteries it uses are the high-powered Samsung 50S, 2700 watt-hour, 151 volt pack with smart BMS, smart battery management system, capable of rapid charging to 15 amps if you want to. So the stock charger comes with capability of charging at 5 amps. I would stick to that, guys. You know, charging at 5 amps is fine. And that's gonna, in my mind, it's just gonna increase the longevity of the batteries, you know, charging them slower like that. But if you are a person that needs to have the ability to charge fast, either you can use 2 5-amp chargers, or either you can get a 15-amp fast charger. And charging this thing at 15 amps, guys, dude, you'll be able to charge this thing up in like an hour and a half at 15 amps. Like, that is serious. That's you know, that's fast charging time. It's the first ever electric unicycle, guys, to use 36 MOSFETs. It uses 36 200 volt, 140 amp MOSFETs with a maximum current peak output of 840 amps. So, I mean, basically what all that I just said is that this control board on this thing is a beast, is basically what all that means. And that means that stuff like, if you want to ride this electric unicycle in the way of like a trials bike, there's not a lot of other electric unicycles that could hold up to it, just because they don't have a motherboard as strong as this. Packing 36 MOSFETs on this, it's going to let you really accelerate hard, decelerate, you know, ride this thing up stumps, up aggressive like rock faces, everything like that. Stuff that it's really stressful on these control boards. This wheel is designed to be able to handle stuff like that. And, you know, I want to progressively see these electric unicycles be used like trials bikes, where you're kind of in one spot and you kind of boost from that spot up to a higher post or something like that. And what's going to make you be able to do that is increasingly better control boards, like this one has, to where you can really just power up stuff and then hard decelerate. You can land on jumps, on the downsides of jumps. If you have a bad landing or something where you're tilting too far back, this motherboard will be able to handle stuff like that, guys. So that's why you really want a beefy motherboard such as this one. It looks awesome, guys. This is one of the most epic electric unicycles I've ever unboxed. I'm so excited to ride it. It's dark right now, guys, and 20 degrees outside, so I can't get any riding footage right now, but I'm gonna go tomorrow and ride and get y'all some footage on this thing. And I'll get that footage up as soon as I get it filmed. I'll get it up for y'all shortly after. So, awesome wheel, man. Definitely one of my favorite unboxings of an electric unicycle ever. I'm just super impressed with this already. All right, so I got my first ride in on the LYNX. Just a little ride, guys. Nothing worth really filming. Got a few miles down on it, and man, this thing is absolutely incredible. It feels elegant. It rides like a Cadillac. It's so smooth. It is fast. It feels right, man. I got some more testing coming. I want to get used to the wheel before I go really send it, and I want to show you what it can really do. So subscribe to the channel, and if you want to pick up one of these guys, just place your pre-order below. It gives me a little kickback at no extra cost to you, and I greatly appreciate that. But testing is on the way for this thing. Incredible machine.